Welcome back to another reading through Book of Concord. Today we are in the solid declaration of the Formula of Concord, the first article reading paragraphs 26 through 32. In the same manner, this doctrine must also be guarded on the other side against Manichaean errors. Accordingly, the following and similar erroneous doctrines are rejected, namely, that now, since the fall, human nature is in the beginning created pure and good, and that afterwards original sin from without is infused and mingled with the nature by Satan, something essential, as poison is mingled with wine, that in the beginning human nature was created by God pure and good, but that now, since the fall, original sin, etc. For although in Adam and Eve the nature was originally created pure, good, and holy, nevertheless sin did not enter their nature through the fall in the way fanatically taught by the Manichaeans, as though Satan had created or made some evil substance and mingled it with their nature. But since man, by the seduction of Satan, through the fall, has lost his concreated hereditary righteousness according to God's judgment and sentence as a punishment, human nature, as has been said above, is so perverted and corrupted by this deprivation or deficiency, want, and injury, which has been caused by Satan, that at present the nature is transmitted together with this defect and corruption, propagated in a hereditary way, to all men, who are conceived and born in a natural way from father and mother. For since the fall, human nature is not at first created pure and good, and only afterward corrupted by original sin. But in the first moment of our conception, the seed from which man is formed is sinful and corrupt. Moreover, original sin is not something by itself, existing independently in or apart from the nature of the corrupt man, as it neither is the real essence, body, or soul of the corrupt man, or the man himself. Nor can and should original sin and the nature of man corrupted thereby be so distinguished as though the nature were pure, good, holy, and uncorrupted before God, while original sin alone, which dwells therein, were evil. Also, as Augustine writes concerning the Manichaeans, as though it were not the corrupt man himself that sins by reason of inborn original sin, but something different and foreign in man, and that God accordingly accuses and condemns by the law, not the nature as corrupt but by sin, but only the original sin therein. For as stated above in the thesis, that is, in the explanation of the pure doctrine concerning original sin, the entire nature of man, which is born in the natural way of father and mother, is entirely, and to the furthest extent, corrupted and perverted by original sin, in body and soul, in all its powers as regards and concerns the goodness, truth, holiness, and righteousness concreted with it in paradise. Latin, that is, nevertheless, the nature is not entirely exterminated or changed into another substance, which according to its essence could not be said to be like our nature, but is diverse in genus or species, and therefore cannot be of one essence with us. Because of this corruption, too, the entire corrupt nature of man is accused and condemned by the law, unless the sin is forgiven for Christ's sake. But the law accuses and condemns our nature, not because we have been created men by God, but because we are sinful and wicked. Not because insofar as nature and its essence even since the fall, is a work and creature of God in us, but because and so far as it has been poisoned and corrupted by sin. So for our reading for today, hope to have you back next time.